How you gonna tell me to listen?
You wouldn't let anybody talk.
Because I'm not finished with my statement.
No. Hey, wait.
Please don't touch me.
There's laws against the way he treats me.
You're lazy.
You don't know what the hell I do. These are grown-ass people. We're treating them like kids.
I don't understand your point.
If I was the boss, I would probably demote Paige.
The first thing I would do, fire Brian for good.
For the next 48 hours, we're gonna leave the company in your hands.
You'll all be the boss.
What?
This is serious shit.
Make 'em proud. Let's go.
Sean is annoying. Sometimes he can be perverted.
Oh.
You know what? I'm gonna go for it. I think that Tiffany is a bitch.
Oh, here it is.
I'm about to show you how much each of you make.
That number was just ridiculous.
I feel like I'm watching people get beheaded.
You'll be selecting 3 people to potentially terminate.
Whoa.
I'm gonna throw up.
It is the right thing to do.
This isn't a game show, taking somebody and putting them on an island.
This is real life.
Is there a way to lessen a pay?
$20,000 pay decrease.
I can't take money from somebody else.
My heart is here. I work my ass off. I bleed for this company.
Does someone have to go?
Fucking bullshit. You're upset. We were upset too.
You have been terminated from your position.
Anaheim, California is just 25 miles outside of Los Angeles and home to DFX, a company that sells gyroscopic fitness equipment.
It's like, whoa! This is the Powerball. This is what the company is designed around. It's one of the leading tools for carpal tunnel, repetitive stress injuries, and anybody that needs to get an edge. Cool tool.
Everybody's cool. Let's rock. Let's get on those phones. Come on, let's get out of here.
Tom Smith started the company over 30 years ago from the confines of his garage.
I had hair when I started this project. What happened?
Dad,
Today, the company is owned and run by Tom's daughter, Farron.
it has to be delivered on Tuesday. I bought DFX for my father in 2010. My brother works here, his name's Logan. My husband works here, his name is Rodney. And my mother, she's Risa.
DFX has grown into a multi-million-dollar company that sells over 25 products worldwide. However, despite the company's success, the workplace has become a dysfunctional mess.
We're not getting our product out. I want to make some freaking money. I'm tired of fucking...
I wasn't able to get anyone on the phone.
Continue to call, please.
Seems that everyone's out.
I need follow-up.
Dysfunction is definitely killing the productivity.
Back on the calls.
Back on the calls. Back on the calls.
All right, Tony.
Tiffany definitely throws people under the bus to make herself look better.
Tony had a customer in like Brazil. Whatever happened with that?
We can't go into that territory setting up a distributor when we already have one there.
He's spent days on that thing. Tiffany intentionally sabotages new employees because she feels threatened.
I don't feel that it's, that I'm the favorite employee.
She likes to teach you something and leave a few things out.
You're his manager. Why did you let him continue when we had a distributor there?
He knew that from the beginning.
Brian is like that Tasmanian devil flying through the place. He's talking on the phone and he's interrupting other people so other people can't work.
Brian Jennings is the most difficult person to work with.
I don't know if you noticed this, but I got my new tooth, so I get to go in and...
Lord have mercy.
I vote that you wash your hands.
Least productive person would be probably Brian Jennings.
I do not like Brian. Hey, babe, can you move my car away from Brian?
What's that?
Because he's about to take the sticker car and I don't want my car to get hit.
I love this job. It's so freaking easy. A trained monkey can do this job.
He will get in a car accident, he'll get the car towed. Something will go wrong every time.
Tom?
Yeah?
I need to go over a couple things with you.
Paige is Tom's assistant, and Paige has a lot to learn as far as being an assistant.
There's no point in having this conversation. You're detracting from what I was just saying.
She already thinks she knows it all.
You spoke to me about issuing this payment.
So we've already paid for this.
I don't know what we paid.
See if you can get me a quick answer.
Too many hands in the pot, Tom.
Paige is very feisty. I sit back and I'm amazed, like, did you just really say that?
Right now, I'm asking you to provide me with the data that I need to do my job.
That's part of your job. Google and look it up on the internet.
Paige does have one friend, though. That's Rosemary, my assistant. Something's wrong with my computer. I can't get on the internet.
Okay.
Rosemary is like a robot. She's extremely loyal to Paige.
Whenever something comes up about Paige, it's hard for you to take yourself out of the situation. Is that true?
No.
Paige and Rosemary are sassy girls,
They kind of remind me of twins.
and you don't want to get into a confrontation with them.
I just want to be away from everything right now.
It's not a day for productivity.
The biggest issue DFX is facing is Tom is still here. The plan when I bought the company was that my dad was going to retire. He doesn't know how to let go.
I'll tell Rodney. Tell Rodney what.
You're going to tell Rodney what to do?
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
wait.
Tom is supposed to be considered in charge of research and development and new products. Even though Farron owns the company, I would still say Tom is the boss.
Hey, Rodney, can we put some more guys on that and get it done?
Not really, man. We're good right here.
Tom is a control freak.
Tom micromanages everything. That's the way Tom is.
People try to avoid Tom on a regular basis.
Where'd everybody go?
Just when it can't get any worse, Tom does these crazy things like the Taser Tom video.
We're gonna see what happens when you're hit with a taser.
All right, here we go.
Kill it off! Whoa, baby! All right, here we go. We got a deadline. Hey, Vet, can you pick your team up a little bit?
Tom has a surveillance system set up. There's a camera in every office. You can turn them, catch you at any angle.
The worst policy here is definitely the video monitoring.
Let's talk more work.
It's intrusive, and it's got a very Orwellian feel that makes me feel like I'm not trusted.
Do you believe that you need to take a step back?
Oh, dude, I need to take 2 steps forward.
There is a lot of dysfunction in this company. That's why I'm giving it to the employees to try to fix, because I don't know how to.
If DFX wants to grow, Farron needs to rid the company of its dysfunction and has come to the only solution she can think of.
I need everyone to meet me
in the warehouse in the next 5 minutes. We're having a company meeting.
I usually know about every meeting that Farron's calling, and then all of a sudden we got a meeting out of the blue. I don't know about it. I'm a little concerned. I want to know what's up.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, hello.
Ba-ba-ba.
There is dysfunction at every level. It's hurting our bottom line, and it's preventing us from reaching our true potential. As the boss, I am too close to the situation to know what the real problem is. But you all as employees believe that you have the answer on how to fix this company. You've just never been given the opportunity. So for the next 48 hours, you will all be the boss. I will provide you with information that you're not usually privy to, with the respect that you're gonna get to the root of the problem and cut it out once and for all. You're gonna be faced with some very difficult questions. Is there someone who should get a pay cut? Is there somebody who needs to go to anger management? You're gonna have to ask yourself the hardest question that any boss is faced with. In order to fix this company, does someone have to go?
All of a sudden, our employees are the same level as management? That's not right. That worries me.
It gives me some hope. I wouldn't imagine staying in a company that continues to function this way. Something's gonna change.
I expect when I come back that you'll have a solution to our problem. Look.
Farron exits the premises, leaving the employees with 48 hours to take control of their company and make informed decisions that will reshape the workplace.
Well, that's a bombshell and a half.
It just got real.
The problem is, this is serious shit.
This is serious. This is somebody's life right here, man.
I'm nervous, surprised. I'm shocked that Farron never told me this from the beginning.
So where is the dysfunction?
I don't know about this stuff.
How are we doing this? Is biggest dog rules, or?
I think we just need to figure it out, man. There's a lot of figuring.
That's what we're here to do. We're here to figure it out. First thing I would do is get rid of Tom. Tom is the issue that rises above the rest.
We got to talk about it. We need communication.
That's the only way we're gonna make this work.
seem really upset.
I mean, hey, there's so many things going on. Everyone's gonna walk away, and we're gonna put everything in control of everyone else.
You need to, like, kind of, like, put yourself into the troop.
Let's
You
get it
can't
fixed.
boss
So
anybody around.
let's see it get fixed. I've been talking about this for 20 years.
Doesn't matter. You might have had 20 years of doing mistakes the whole time.
Attention everyone, please meet in the warehouse. Remember that page?
Before there's too much time for speculation, the employees are called to the warehouse for the next shocking development.
Hey guys, I'm not gonna be here for the next 2 days, but I wanna give you some guidance on your new role as the company boss. I hear what everyone truly thinks of everyone else all the time. It's your turn to finally hear what your coworkers really think of you.
Huh?
Uh-oh.
Days ago, every employee was privately interviewed and asked to review their peers.
Testing one, you good?
But they had no idea that their opinions would be played back for the entire group to hear.
Oh, great.
A few of the people don't think very highly of me. Probably not a good feeling to get really sliced up.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna brace myself for this one.
There's gonna be a lot of anger and drama.
Yeah, I'm sweating.
Oh my God. This is like the worst thing that could ever possibly happen.
It's your turn to finally hear what your coworkers really think of you.
Uh-oh.
Here comes the bus.
I am nervous to find out what they're gonna say about me.
I'm not ready for this.
Risa is one of the sweetest ladies in the world.
Risa is a phenomenal woman.
She's the boss's wife, but, you know, she's the boss, too. It's kind of like, you know, Holy Trinity. There's Tom, there's Risa, and there's Farron.
She's here just to maintain Tom's sanity and keep him under control.
I think Rodney does have it tough because he's working for his wife and his father-in-law. That's shitty.
My worst nightmare is having the warehouse on island time.
What's the difference between island time and American time?
Actually, it's 16 hours.
When you're on the clock with Tom, if you're just relaxing for a minute, you're stealing time.
That must be me. Oh, God.
David, I would promote him.
He's the kind of guy that won't give up.
He just needs to keep his nose out of Tom's ass.
Huh.
But it's still the truth. It's what I said.
Tom's my closest friend. There's nothing wrong with that.
Lisa, she's very sweet, but it's like she's on a whole nother page.
She just doesn't register things. There's kind of a lack of intelligence.
I think she has an imbalance.
It's completely shocking. I'm just overcome with emotion.
Wow.
I'm gonna brace myself for this.
Rosemary can come off sometimes very cold.
Very unfriendly.
There's no personality, it's just like a robot.
Rosemary is aloof and never friendly.
I have been friendly. I maintain the ultimate professionalism, which is why I appear to be aloof to some people.
How do you feel?
Could have gone worse.
Logan is Tom's son. He's not in here for a full day every day.
The rules do not apply to Logan.
Logan is not motivated.
I believe I'm slacking a lot just because I don't want to be here with my dad because I'm controlled. I'm being held back.
Tiffany sometimes can annoy me.
You don't want to piss her off.
She's a little warlord.
I know she hates this job. I think maybe if she didn't work here anymore, she'd be a happier person.
Tiffany is manipulative, and I wouldn't trust her for anything.
You know what? I'm gonna go for it. I think that Tiffany is a bitch.
Oh, here it is. I didn't realize everybody felt that way about me. I'm sorry.
I've never known Tiffany to be manipulative. Paige flat out called her a bitch, was just wrong and ugly. Oh, God.
Paige doesn't know as much as she thinks she knows.
Paige has a very high opinion of herself.
She's not open to learning anything new. She just already knows it all.
One of the main individuals that I don't get along with is Paige.
I got to pick up where she drops the ball on a lot of occasions.
I would demote Paige.
I would probably demote Paige.
Definitely get rid of Paige.
Okay, nothing. It does hurt to hear people say nasty things about me. The problem is, all I do is deal with Tom. So if I am a bad reflection, he's telling me what to do. And unfortunately, I'm being told wrong.
Oh, shit.
Brian's the most annoying employee.
He's very difficult to work with.
When Brian comes in, there's dark cloud comes in over the office until Brian goes away.
Brian Jennings is crazy. He'll yell at me, and he'll stomp, and he'll pout.
I think Brian's a completely unstable person.
Brian is not a good worker.
If I were the boss, the first thing I would do would be to fire Brian for good.
Fire Brian?
If I could fire somebody, it would definitely be Brian Jennings.
I truly wish I wouldn't have to see him ever again.
Wow. Awkward. Whoa. I didn't realize it was that far stretched.
We've just seen too many bad sides of you. We've never seen the good side.
I've been waiting for this.
Tom can be really controlling.
Tom has a surveillance system set up. It's very tyrannical here.
Farrah doesn't actually get to control her company as much as she should because my dad is still here. Whatever my dad says is gonna be the last word.
You still running the show? Hard for him to let go?
I'm not sure if I like Tom. If I were to get a better job offer, I would probably jump at it.
Think it's a little rough?
I would get rid of Tom.
I'd fire Tom and let Tom's daughter take over.
I would demote Tom.
Tom needs to go.
When I looked at Risa and she turned away, I think maybe she's trying to drive something home. Maybe it's time for a change. The change that I don't think needs to take place.
I've been wanting to say these things for a really long time, and I feel better that I said them.
Even the dog's feeling for you now, bro.
Okay, let's move on.
Now that everything's out in the open, it is time for you to consider which employees may not be benefiting DFX. By the end of the day, you will be identifying 3 employees which you feel are toxic and bringing the company down. And those 3 could be terminated.
Oh, God.
I feel like a huge weight has just been set on my shoulders.
Let's break up.
I think I need some fresh air. Oh, this is tough. I'm feeling very overwhelmed. I didn't realize my coworkers felt that way.
Tiffany gets people kicked out of here, and she's always throwing people under the bus. Oh, Tiffany, I would like to talk to you about something now that you're here.
Some of the things that came out, they kind of, broke me down. I don't mean to come across that way. I've been here for a long time, and part of my position is to be that strong one, not necessarily friendly. It's to get the job done. It's hard to hear that so many people feel that I'm manipulative. I don't feel that way.
You can be manipulative, and you do throw people under the bus. Tiffany has caused a lot of problems. I think that we could do without her.
I think your comments hit me the most. But I gotta deal with it and move on.
What's this ballot gig? You guys gonna throw me to the dogs?
Maybe.
Maybe? I think what you guys probably think I'm ready for the pasture.
This is not going to work if you don't take this more serious than what you are.
I had to look at, there's a cloud over me, I'm unstable, I'm annoying. That was an attack on me personally. There was some condensation, like, I felt like I was being I can't sorry, it's hard to talk with this, and I just got this fixed. It makes me look great, but it's a real bitch to talk.
I haven't figured out my bottom 3, but I figured out my bottom 1.
Paige, if she worked a little faster, we can get a lot more done. And she does use her gift of gab to get out of stuff. I've seen it, and there's a lot of defiance that comes out.
People like Tom, they need to be controlled a little bit, and that's kind of an assistant's job.
There still has to be a little bit of respect.
Yeah.
It's damaging.
I'm feeling that I got guys that looking at things a lot different than what I'm looking at. And I need to be the bus driver. Bus driver never gets ran over.
We do need
need to find where the toxicity is.
Tom, who everyone sees as a lot of chaos. Problem is, he's too intense for an office setting. He pushes the buttons. He's acting as the owner. He's like the
He's
president.
acting as the owner and he's acting as a CEO.
I'm seeing this as an opportunity to get Tom fired. I've been so poorly treated here. I'm gonna get Tom targeted as toxic. Do we all think that Tom needs to be fired?
My ears are burning. They should be bleeding right now. You guys got to think about this.
We don't want you to leave, but you gotta let your baby grow.
What is your job here? As a
What is my job? My job is your paycheck.
I feel I don't deserve the bashing that's going on.
You're green. You're all green.
We need to look at the people who's been here long standing.
I mistakenly brought you in.
Oh, mistakenly.
Can I have all employees to the warehouse? Thank you.
We're called to the warehouse again. Now it's like, oh shit. Like, how many shoes in this freaking thing are gonna drop? I only got 2, hello?
Oh no, more video?
Oh.
As the boss, you guys have to know everything. So I'm gonna give you some highly confidential information. What I'm about to show you is how much each of you make.
What?
Wow.
You gotta be kidding me. You go to any company and then one of the first things they tell you is you don't discuss your salary with anybody. This is gonna be interesting.
That's absolutely insane.
Let's see what we got.
What I'm about to show you is how much each of you make.
What?
This is my monetary investment in you, so you decide if I invested wisely.
This is gonna be interesting.
Wow. For this information to be disclosed, I'm completely shocked.
It's gonna be really interesting. My dad pretty much controls everybody's salaries. I hope all of our other employees don't get angry at my dad.
Take notes.
You take a lot of notes there, Brian.
A lot of people had a lot to say about me. What can I tell you? That's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
It's a lot of years.
You gotta be kidding me.
The fact that Tiffany is doing what she does and getting paid so badly is really sad.
Tom has a hard time paying people what they're worth. Farron should get to do it.
Lisa. Oh, 30 years.
30 years.
$1 billion.
What?
I was blown away. I'm like, oh my God. Damn, Tom, you're cheap. You're not even paying your wife a decent salary. Oh, it's a nasty picture.
Times is tough.
Somebody's got to pay for my '89 Cressida. Tom dangles raises to get people to do things, but then he never gives them to him. He's the one orchestrating this show.
19,000. A personal assistant makes more money than me. Oh my God.
Is that really what minimum wage works out to as a salary?
I can tell you that that's below poverty level.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is all the profit going? Because everybody here is fucking underpaid.
That one is hard to believe right there, bruh. That's pretty shitty.
Yeah, it is what it is. To reveal what everyone makes, what a mistake. People are gonna catch attitudes.
Looks like we're all underpaid. Hello?
Yeah.
If somebody is upset by their wages, then it's maybe because they didn't question what was going to be their wages when they first got hired.
There is. I wonder what he's really making with patents, trademarks. He must be making a fortune. There's the real truth.
David Kellogg, he's making over and beyond everyone. I just don't see how that's possible. I don't see him in the office working as hard as some of us, especially myself.
All this time I bought you lunch.
Somebody's got to pay for BMW.
I can't believe David Kellogg made $45,000 a year.
It makes me understand why he's loud.
It clearly pays to be Tom's best friend.
You know, right now, seems about the only ally I got is Skeeter.
Now you have another layer of information. Considering everyone's salary and their contribution to DFX, ask yourself, who's undervalued? And more importantly, who's overvalued? Remember, by the end of the day, you will be picking 3 people who will be at risk for termination.
Let's get back to work.
Do it.
With 2 hours until the vote, the office is reeling from the new discovery that Tom has skimped on everyone's salary.
What are you thinking about this bottom 3 list we're dealing with?
I got you, Brian. I don't really want to do this to you, my man, because you're my father-in-law and everything. But, you know, one thing you always taught me, business first.
Everybody agrees Tom got us to this dysfunctional situation.
Then we've got to get him out of here.
I mean, who's your top 3 you're gonna ditch?
I'm not telling you.
I need you guys on my side.
Forget it. It's everybody for themselves today.
Oh my gosh, it's like the whole family. I now realize this can only get more intense.
Okay, we all know that Tom does micromanage. Micromanagement.
But why does Tom micromanage?
I'm assuming because he doesn't trust anyone to do it as good as he does.
That's it. That's where it all lies. It's a lack of trust. I think we should talk to more people about it, see where everybody else is at. I think they're all probably headed the same direction. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think to get this place running right, I think there needs to be trust. I think the cameras need to go.
Yeah, I think we should just go
You
turn
know,
them off.
I think we should do it right now. I figured that since there's a lot of people afraid of Tom, we need to get rid of the cameras to try to keep Tom in check.
Yo, come on in.
Got a minute, Bubba?
What do you guys got cooking?
We're thinking that in order to build some trust with our newly found ownership, we should get rid of the surveillance cameras.
I think trust is great, but you know what? Cameras stay.
Well, you've got about 4 or 5 people here that disagree.
You can communicate with someone face to face, and if you trust them, you'll trust their word when you're communicating with them.
Well, let me tell you,
Tom,
Paige.
you want to know why I'm worried about the
Trust.
cameras?
Wait a minute. I'm not talking to you, Rosemary. I'm talking to Paige. Paige, that word trust is something you have to earn.
Tom is the only one that knows how to shut it off. So now I'm going to get on the phone with Farron.
The only people that I hear that's whining are you two guys.
I'm talking now. And see if she can tell us how to do it or give Tom the instruction to do it.
You ever think that maybe you might be the dysfunctionality of the company?
No, because
This company has dysfunctioned for more than 6 months, so it can't be myself or Rosemary. So don't point the blame on that. If you guys have had problems, and even crazier problems in the past that I've heard about.
Wait.
Please don't touch me, thank you.
You don't pull the phone off my desk and drop it on the floor.
It's a
and play
company phone.
I'm making a call, Tom.
Yeah, I'll help you with this.
He touched my hand, I almost decked the fucker.
Instead of it just being an issue where this is what we decided would be perfect for the group, you got Tweedledee and Tweedledum over here arguing. And the point about everybody being able to speak in an open forum without Big Brother watching, went south.
Relax,
Well,
Rosemary.
when you touch me like
You're
that-
all hyped out, girl.
Cameras stay. Rosemary's grabbing the phone. How she thought she was empowered to do that. Why? I don't know. If you don't like the cameras, you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing.
I think it's very, very rude to bust in Tom's office, attacking the man who built this company. It was evil, just one of the most unattractive things I've seen those little girls do.
Cameras stay.
While Tom has been targeted for being cheap and controlling, he's not the only one who has to worry.
Yeah, you have annoyed me. It has been a disruption. As a manager, I have to minimize that.
Right.
There's this thing about you that's really rough edges that's hard to get past sometimes.
If there was any one or two things that you could point out.
Chewing the tobacco,
Okay.
The loudness, I think, when you come in here, you're like rustling through your bag and you're talking to someone on the phone really loud.
I guess one word would be disruptive, like, you know,
yeah.
like...
Yeah, you are.
I'll tell you my top three. You're one.
Top three?
You are.
Am I at your bottom three, too?
Yes.
Hey, but you deserve to be there, but you can
You know,
fix
you
it.
think I might have a little bit of a complex about that. Wouldn't you think? Maybe just a little bit? My keister is on the line. Oh, snap. I might be one of those peeps that they're gonna say, bye.
With less than an hour until the vote, and knowing that 3 employees are to be identified as detrimental to the company, Rosemary and Paige try and take the heat off of themselves.
We're talking about toxicity and dysfunction. That wouldn't be me. I'm not connected to that in any way. But I was told that someone else was.
Who?
Tiffany.
But if we're talking about who's the most toxic, I'm gonna have to say Tiffany, because of the fact that Tiffany has thrown people under the bus.
I definitely feel more loyalty towards Tiffany because I've known her for so long. Paige and Rosemary kind of threw you under the bus.
To make sure that I'm one of the bottom 3.
Yeah. She's probably telling everybody else, too.
This has really helped me feel more comfortable with my decision for my bottom 3. I'm glad you came in here. But I've had some mixed messages.
Those two can't work together.
Who's detracted from the company more? Is it me or Tom and Tiffany? I am very guilty by association.
It looks like the girls are hustling it all day. It's time to get on the ball and come up with a game plan. These girls got to get a wake-up call. I think the 2 girls need to go. Paige is so tight with Rosemary. Probably the best thing that we can do is just start fresh in those 2 divisions. Does that make sense? You know where I'm coming from?
Well, I'm gonna be straight up honest with you, Tom.
Straight up, maybe that's what we need to do.
Tom, I think you should be on the list, too.
Okay, then maybe do I need to move you there, too? I'm trying to make an ally here, and Brian's making it very difficult. I don't know whether there's a lack of oxygen in the room. Unfortunately, you're probably on everybody's bucket list here, and I'm sure I'm on quite a few.
Yes.
Okay, so why don't we fix this up so we can take control?
I don't understand what you're asking.
This is my baby. This is what I've been working on since I've been here. People really need to get to know me. So I would love to sit down with them, show my values, say what they need to know about me. Do you know that I rewrote the website?
No.
When you Google anything DFX related, we're the #1. We're #1. I brought us up to the front.
Well, that's not necessarily true. I paid for this to be first on the list.
You can't.
Yes, you can.
I wrote every word on here.
Paige, she's kind of like knows everything, but she doesn't know her job very well.
You are very pushy.
You don't take any credit for any of the pot stirring.
I know I've been involved in a lot of problems, but when it comes down to it, they know that I've done things properly.
I've not made my mind up.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Feeling the pressure of the clock, Tom rallies his supporters in hopes of ensuring his safety before the vote.
Here's what's going on. I'm looking at Rosemary, Paige, and Cameron.
I'm gonna have to back you up on that. I'll give you my thoughts. When somebody takes a phone off somebody else's desk, shows that much disrespect, it loses it for me.
Does with me, too.
That doesn't fly in my boat either.
So who had done that?
It was Rosemary. The only reason I'm saying Cameron is because I don't think Cameron wants to be here.
I don't want to lose Cameron, but I need to be out of the bag and somebody else to be in. Cut and dry, right?
This morning you did something that I thought was incredibly disrespectful.
I didn't mean to be disrespectful. The only reason why I took the phone from him was because he grabbed me.
He didn't grab you.
Yes, he
He
did.
took the phone.
I gotta fight for what's right.
It's not your phone. But I would have been really upset with you.
You have to respect the people you work with no matter how upset you get.
I understand that. I do regret taking the phone off of Tom's desk. Once people started talking about it, they used that to put me in a bad position. I know that you mentioned that I seem to be cold and kind of robotic. I just want you to know that it's mostly because of things at home that make it a lot harder. When it comes down to it, I can't afford to be the bottom 3.
She doesn't want to be on the list. And I'm already thinking she's one of my people.
I can't afford the chance.
Don't.
Sorry.
And then she starts breaking down crying. And I'm thinking, oh no.
I just don't want people to think that I'm a bitch. It's just hard. I can only be happy for
Yeah, I understand.
It seems like I keep getting to this point where it's like, how many times are you gonna get pushed back down?
I know you do a really good job up there, and I've seen it. But I really wish that you could lighten up a little bit. It breaks down walls.
All right, thank you.
The time has come for each employee to cast their votes, which will determine the bottom 3. Anyone in the bottom 3 is subject to possible termination.
Which one to choose?
Tom is my first choice. I've been the only person to see the way that he treats other people. And once he goes, everybody's problems can be resolved.
To be honest, yes, I'm scared. Tom is a force to be reckoned with.
I think this is what it is. If I didn't see Paige on the bottom 3, I would really be upset.
Well, I guess that's done.
This vote is serious because I know these people have families at home.
Paige, good luck.
I guess I'm gonna have to pick my dad because he holding me back so much.
First, second, and third.
Rosemary, done.
After last night's intense vote, the group nervously awaits the reveal of the bottom 3.
If yesterday was bad, I think today
is going to be worse.
I can't wait to see what the outcome of it is. I could end up on the bottom 3.
So can I.
I think you're really causing a lot of trouble, Tom. I'm really nervous because it seemed like a lot of people agreed that Tom was a big issue.
All VFX staff, please report to the warehouse.
After a nerve-wracking morning, the group is called back into the warehouse to find out the results of their vote.
Now more than ever, there's a target on my back, but I think more than half of everybody agrees that Tom is the problem.
And the suspense is killing me.
Anybody could end up on the bottom 3. You never know.
Nothing in life is certain.
In a few minutes, you will see everyone's face on this screen. The faces will begin to disappear until only 3 remain. These 3 are the employees that you decided will be at risk for termination.
I'm nervous.
Your nervous is making me more nervous.
It's scary. This is somebody's life at stake. I'm hoping that I'm not one of the bottom 3.
Here you go, Davy boy.
Oh. I thought I might have hit the bottom 3.
Finally.
You get to keep you, baby.
There you
go. Okay, I'm good.
Oh.
Rodney.
As every face goes off the screen, I notice my shot's still up there.
All right, Lisa.
And up there.
Logan.
And up there.
Cameron.
Then I see Cameron disappear. That means my campaign may not have worked.
Cameron made the break.
I was getting a little nervous.
It's kind of nerve-wracking. Oh, I am very worried. Oh, hallelujah. Oh. Yes.
Here it goes.
Come on. Wow.
Hope you make it, man.
I don't think that I should be in the bottom 3. I definitely am not toxic.
You gotta be kidding me.
Not right.
No. There's a lot at stake here. I can lose my job. It frustrates me because I didn't create this mess.
Wow. No way.
I don't agree.
Congratulations.
I honestly made a little prayer to myself once I saw that it was between me and one other person. But he's watching my back. He's always watching my back.
So these are the 3.
Sometimes Tom can be an asshole, and sometimes you don't like him. If his face wasn't there in the beginning, none of us would be here.
Exactly.
Tom, he deserves more respect than that.
If Tom wasn't a part of the company, I don't think it would really move forward.
I think somebody messed up.
This is definitely a game changer.
I think we need a recount.
I agree.
I'm standing on the chopping block, and everybody else is swinging the axe.
It shouldn't even be this way.
Next time on Does Someone Have to Go? Tom, Paige, and Brian are now up for possible termination.
What the fuck did I do to you?
I didn't create this mess.
Tom will never see what's wrong with him.
He needs to step back and let Farron run the company.
Without me,
This could be a problem.
I have to go out there and try to keep my emotions in check.
You feel like you bring any worth to the company?
Of course I do.
I feel so alone. Did you just say the decisions you've been making have been in the best interest of the company?
I think you're badgering me here with this question.
I was ready to axe him.
I say fire Paige.
Her conduct is unbecoming to any business.
So is Tom's, though. If we were to say that she needs... But if he's going to say this about Paige,
She should be terminated.
then we should be firing Tom.
But when the boss returns, will she regret her decision?
What the hell did I just do? I just want to know.
This is what our decision is.
I'll be back. My body was just tied to the restroom this whole time.
Do you accept these terms?
I am who I am. I love you guys. I don't think I can do it.
Next week on Does Someone Have to Go?